Right now we can travel, go to concerts and sporting events. It's starting to feel much more like normal.
That's despite the virus still lingering and variants outpacing vaccines. But all this uncertainty we're living through might just have a silver lining.
Brace, brace, brace for level 4.
Nearly 2.5 years of controlled chaos.
It will literally save lives.
It's been a long and winding road we've travelled, but where to now? No matter what life stage you're at, it seems everyone agrees we've learnt one thing.
But the majority of older people are very resilient.
These young people have developed resiliency.
The most common response to all types of potentially traumatic events is resilience.
Lucy Hone has a master's degree in resilience. She has studied it and she's had it tested.
There is absolute evidence that some things have changed as a result of the earthquakes that have better equipped us to deal with the pandemic.
That's us here in Christchurch. We lived through thousands of earthquakes and the ongoing uncertainty felt scary, sad and unsettling, and I, like everyone, was forced to come up with techniques to cope. I know for me, they came in handy during the pandemic, when once again we were forced to live every day with events beyond our control. Resilience helps steer us through our time on this planet, and whatever adversity, challenge, trauma or change we will have to face in our lives.
To try and focus all of your attention on what you can change and influence within those really strict parameters that have been forced upon you.
We've all heard of post-traumatic stress, but what you may not have heard of is post-traumatic growth.
It's a growing body of scientific literature that shows that actually it's more common for humans to grow from trauma than to get post-traumatic stress.
But how do you grow or get over it when it's not over?
This virus is going to be circulating around the globe for many decades to come.
One of the golden tickets, according to our country's top experts, is better vaccines. There are about 190 currently being worked on around the world.
We've got to get it right, otherwise I guarantee in 50 years' time our kids and kids' kids will be dealing with this again, and it will cost the world trillions.
None of us want to be having boosters every 3 or 6 months. So vaccines with longer protection and ones that maybe afford protection across a range of variants.
The man who steered our response won't be there when those vaccines arrive.
It's quite nice to be doing one of these, which is not the grilling bit actually.
Like everyone, he's ready for some downtime.
Well, I'm looking forward to having a decent break and just really step away from the intensity and the pace of work.
Now the health response has moved beyond lockdown, some sense of normality has returned at every life stage. But for all of us,
I think the impacts are going to be rather larger than we anticipated.
sociologist Paul Spoonley's biggest concerns coming out of the pandemic are school dropouts and the antisocial impact.
And I think graffiti is one of those indicators. In the last 6 months, the level of graffiti around the place has just gone up exponentially.
The pandemic has widened the gap between rich and poor, and it's changed both how and where we work.
And when you look around the world, cities, Sydney, London and Auckland, have all seen a decline in their population.
We're having fewer babies. And the pandemic has also impacted our mortality in a surprising way.
There are 3 countries, Taiwan, Finland and New Zealand, that have seen an increase in life expectancy, and in our case, it's about 8 months.
So we're living longer, but the chaos of COVID might just mean we're living stronger too.
You know, resilience is built within us. We have it within us to get through all sorts of terrible stuff. But actually, it's really massively built between us.
There's one thing we've all needed over the COVID years, and we will still need to cling on to it for some time, and that's hope.
We talk in resilience psychology about realistic optimism. You know, you've got to keep that hope for the future, because hope seriously is the fuel that drives us forward.